Dear friends, so here we are, beginning the second week of February 2021. So far this year we've been doing a lot of cleansing, cleansing the energy systems, draining our chakras, doing different works to really get rid of all that stuff that does not belong to you, to me, to us. All that stuff that is impressed, imprinted upon us by others, by the media, so on and so forth. And in 2020 and 2021, there is a lot of stuff flying around. And we don't want to be the walls that it hits to see if it sticks. So we begin by cleansing and purging. And today we're going to move on into a little bit of restructuring and rebuilding. But before we get started with that sound journey today, I have a proposal for you. I would like you to join me and several of my close spiritual journeymen on a mission to completely and entirely retreat from all news of every form for 1 week. Not looking at the news, not reading the news, not listening to the news, intentionally moving away from it if it's in the atmosphere. Resisting the urge to click through on the computer and peek at what's happening today. Resisting the urge, of course, to turn on the TV and go through those channels. This is a very important thing to do right now. It's very important that as we move into 2021, that we are each making choices and decisions based on our own highest good, that we're making choices and decisions based on our authentic essence and who we truly are. As we move deeper into the age of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius is collective, communal, communal living, collective consciousness. It's people coming together as one. So there's a good side of that, and that is that we get to start really living in community and supporting and helping each other. But the other side of that right now, the kind of dangerous side of that, is that we are susceptible to herd-like mentality. We're susceptible to becoming sheeple more easily than ever. And there's a lot of powers out there right now just really working hard to capture your attention, and beyond that, to hypnotize you. So if any of you have ever worked in the media or advertising, you know very well that the people who work in these industries have collected all the tools of what it takes to hypnotize someone into believing or feeling a certain way, right down to the language, the colors, the visuals, all of that. How to create, how to call for an emotional reaction in you that will cause you to react, behave, think, feel in a certain way. Well, we don't want to be susceptible to any of that. And the only way to not be susceptible is to not look. And it all starts with the news. Nowhere are there greater agendas at work than in the news right now. So here's how it works. It's easy. You enlist 1 or 2 people outside of your daily circles, outside of your household, people who you don't see every single day, but who you trust, to call you or email you to let you know if something that actually literally affects you and is important for you to know right now happens in the news this week. You'll be so surprised at how much of the media gets edited out under that. It's very important for us to discern for ourselves what is actually important for us to know at that day. 99% of the news reported doesn't really affect us. It might be interesting in a dramatic way, yet it's not our industry. We're not politicians. There's nothing we can really do about it other than watch and, of course, vote when the time comes. But the research for that doesn't take place 365 days a year and many hours out of every day. So it's important for you to see how you feel differently, how you think differently, how you discern truths differently after having a break from the media for 1 week. Now, if you get to the end of that week and you feel pretty good, go for 2. I have friends right now who are going for the biblical 40 days and nights. Some of them are actually going into silent retreat, even in their own community, and only speaking during the hours that they go to work and engage with others. And during those times, not engaging in anything having to do with politics and so on and so forth. So, what can we do to continue our work from all the cleansing that we've been doing to really align us for this inner retreat that we'll be taking? We can fortify ourselves by purifying our inner riverways of intelligence. And what does that mean? Let me phrase it this way. In spirituality, when you work in spirituality, and when you work in spirituality, pretty much your free time, all time, becomes the search, the being, the way of that. And what is discovered, revealed at a certain point, is that still point, that ultimate connection, that oneness with true spirit self, that connection with that power that is greater than you and of you, is very simple. It's not complex and confusing as life on earth is. It's very simple. It's very pure. It's simple, like the concept of light. Light comes in many different forms. It can be very bright light or very dim light. It comes from many different sources, from man-made to natural. However, light is light. Light is light. And so it is with true spiritual connection within us. It is simple, it is pure, and it is not unlike unified consciousness when we think about all beings of life and all things in the universe being connected by one unified field. It's simple. It scales up or it scales down, but it is all one simple, unified field. So today we take a journey within to come into alignment with that simple light intelligence and to create those riverways that formerly may have been very entangled with what is your truth versus the truth of society. And one more layer of that before I begin is the truth of the entertainment that you take into your mind. We are the result. Just like you are what you eat, you also are the entertainment that you put in your mind. Everything that you watch or read is imprinted upon your subconscious. And even though your conscious mind your analytical mind says, well, I know that was fiction. It doesn't matter that I watched all that horror and zombies and whatever, eating brains. That's fiction. I know that that's not true, and so it doesn't affect me. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that is far from the truth. All that you imprint into your brain, into your nervous system, into your emotions, it becomes an intrinsic part of you. And so when you have a circumstance, an event in your daily life, and those synapses start looking, oh, how to respond, how to react. You don't only go to your cataloged, your intentional cataloging of this is what to do in this situation. You also go into those subconscious, those hidden memories of, well, zombies, right? Horror movies, fear. And so we react from fear, we react from horror, we react from everything that we take in. So while you're on your retreat, I highly recommend that you take one more layer into that and also refrain from taking in any violence, vulgarness, any fear-based entertainment whatsoever. Just give it a week. Just 1 week, 7 days. And see how you feel at the end of it. What can you do to replace that? You can go be in nature. Right? Listen to or watch beautiful writings by, highly recommend Thich Nhat Hanh, Pema Chodron, right? Abraham Hicks. There's so much beautiful, uplifting, supporting content out there. So now that we are clear on our objective for the week, let's set it up with something really good. So inviting you now, of course, to wear earbuds or headphones as we join with the frequency of these sacred instruments, the frequency of the alchemies within them, the clarity of the diamond, the unconditional love, of the rose quartz, the cleansing of the citrine, abundance, and purification. Finding the breath. Finding the breath as the doorway, the eternal doorway into presence within you. Observing the breath with great reverence. Perfect simplicity of life force. The simplicity of reverence for life. Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Mani allowing your awareness to drop into the center of your center. And here in this center, observing the simple perfection of the intelligence of light. At the center of your center, there is only light. Light that purifies, illuminates, and leads. Here at the center of your center, allow now for that light to begin to flow forth through the riverways of your emotions. Allow for light intelligence to illuminate and purify all the riverways and pathways of your emotions. Asking that this process continue on its own until it comes to absolute completion. Drawing your awareness now back to the center of your center in reverence. of breath and reverence, of light, as you allow now the light of divine intelligence to pour forth through all the pathways and riverways of your mind. Observing as your mind becomes illuminated, clarified, simplified. Graced with light intelligence. The riverways of both the emotions and the mind awash. In the intelligence of light. here at the center of your center, allowing now for that light intelligence to pour forth through the riverways of your entire physical being. With the riverways of your emotions, your mind, and your body coursing with the pure simplicity that embodies all things of light intelligence. From the center of your center, allow now for that river to pour forth into the riverways of your auric fields, your energy body, your frequency, your vibration. Allow those riverways of you to expand out to encompass all of Earth, the sun, the moon, the stars, the cosmos. All light everywhere. oneness, with the expansiveness of your riverways. Lighting the way to oneness with all things. As you now drop your awareness once again into the center of your center. Standing holy, in the center of and as your authentic essence, the one true original you. One with all things, one with every aspect of yourself. Take now that breath that expands the space within you physically, expands the space around your heart, expands that space from your root to your crown. Becoming aware of the light that shines through the veil of the lids of your eyes. Becoming aware of the temperature of the room, the clothes on your body. Becoming aware of the time of day. Becoming aware of your relations to those who are close to you. Take a breath that stretches you further into a yawn, a stretch of the arms and the legs, moving the fingertips and the toes. Deep breath, coming back into this moment as the light of divine intelligence, as the frequency, the vibration, the energy, the oneness of all things. The one true reason you were born into this life, in this body, fullest expression of you. Time now to open the eyes and return to your environment exactly where you are, anew. Returning as light intelligence, the frequency of pure joy, universal love, unconditional love, compassion for all living things, and most importantly, yourself. I would like to welcome you into the domain of you, making choices as for and by yourself, your authentic essence, serving the reason that you came into this life, which is to be that pure expression of you. You know, there's a saying in Buddhism that worship means to remember. And what are you remembering? You're remembering why you came, who you are, really, without the influence or the opinions of anyone else. Being the fullest expression of you is the best thing that anyone could possibly do for themselves and the world in 2021. And with that, I leave you to explore, and I wish you steadfastness in the week ahead in a retreat from media. Many blessings to everyone. I will see you on Thursday for the broadcast then, and I'll meet you here in a week to see how it went. Many blessings.